So Jerry, in our last video, you were talking about some of the ways in which one can and should look at responding to stress because as you mentioned, it's a normal part of life. Sometimes we can get a bit out of balance, and there can be a bit too much stress in our lives. There are things that we can do about it to help manage that. Not eliminate stress from our lives, but to manage it. And your next point, I think, is another R, the fourth R. Is it the fourth or the third?
We're at the fourth.
We're at the fourth, and that is relax. What can you tell me about the importance of relaxation?
Well, we had talked about, of course, our basic needs being nutrition, sleeping, exercise. But another important aspect of this is to take the time to relax. Of course, when we're under stress, everything is churning and adrenaline is flowing and we want to go. But it's also important to sit back and take the time to relax. And people often tell me that they have a difficult time relaxing because their mind is just always on the go. And there's 3 points we make with them. One is to find their happy place. People kind of give me a strange look when I tell them to find their happy place. And just an example is I recall when I was still farming and we were going through some of these stresses, I would wake up at night and of course anxiety hits and you start thinking about that appointment with the banker or the issue you have with weather or commodity prices. And of course, as a lot of people know, I'm an avid golfer. And actually what I did is my happy place was imagining myself on a nice warm sunny day on the golf course. And that would kind of just take my anxiety away and allow me to go back to sleep. So that's one way to relax. The other one, which I find really interesting, is we need to incorporate more humor in our lives. They say that kids laugh up to 400 times a day, and as adults, that gets cut back to something like 12 times a day. And so we need to laugh more. I find it interesting that just watching a half-hour sitcom on TV or watching something as trivial as America's Funniest Home Videos, you get a chuckle, and when you start laughing a little bit, your mind eases and you're able to carry on a little better.
Right. Life gets far too serious, doesn't it, when we're stressed out?
Because, of course, what stress does is it gives us all these negative thoughts, and they seem to compound and build. And again, we borrow, don't we? We borrow trouble, and it's like Winston Churchill heard someone say on their deathbed is when he said, I've had a lot of trouble in my life, most of which never happened. But when we're under stress, of course, it has that snowball effect when our mind just goes crazy. And speaking about our mind, the third point is mindfulness. Part of that is you referred on another one of our points to breathing, taking the time to breathe, because what that does is it actually brings us back to the present, helps us focus on the present instead of what has been or what might be, but rather think about the present. So it's interesting how you can't force bad thoughts out of your mind, because they're just there and they seem to stay there, but you can force yourself to have pleasant thoughts. And so again, it boils down to the whole mindfulness piece. So those 3 points, finding your happy place, humor, and mindfulness, really helps you relax.
None of which cost any money at all, do they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of time.
Right.
And can be extremely effective.
Terrific. I think I'll mention again the website, Enjoy Life More website, which is www.d-stress.ca, because there are some very good tips on things such as yoga and meditation and breathing exercises that, like you say, with a little bit of practice, we can learn to bring our stress levels down and learn to relax and live more in the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. Thank you.